Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while since the last video I made, mainly just because Specters of the Rail took forever to release on PlayStation, but it's finally here, so I can be making new content that's actually relevant to everyone in a general spectrum, so that includes PlayStation and PC and Xbox. Um, Anyways, so what this video is going to be is basically a general overview of everything that has changed since the last update. So as you can see, there's a completely new star map. They added void fissures, which is basically how you get new prime parts. And the whole system is a little different. I'll go through it later. Also, there's a new sortie season for consoles. PC, I'm sure theirs is updated already. Anyways, so moving on, we have the market, and so what they did, they kind of just overhauled like the whole appearance of it, and kind of turn it into a list, like you can see. It's definitely a lot easier to be finding things, but I don't think the aesthetic is as good as the old one. What is nice though is they added the feature that you can actually hide own blueprints and stuff like that. Oh, they also added some of the player-made skins. I believe that's what that is. I find it really easy to accidentally back out of the entire marketplace instead of like actually just backing up a page. So instead of hitting circle, you're gonna have to hit triangle to get back to the original page that you're at. And it seems like it does it sometimes, and other times it doesn't. You can see here we got some new decorations. That booty though, they're pretty cool. You can choose all the fan art and basically just place it anywhere in your ship. It can be a little finicky sometimes, but you know, I think it looks alright. I don't know if it's necessarily worth a platinum, but I just bought some plat. So anyways, this is the Kavats. This is probably one of the biggest things that they updated in the game. It's your new companion, and they're really good. Definitely worth getting. I'll get into that a little more later. So right here we have relics, and these are very, very important. It's basically the whole entire new void system that they added. So instead of keys, you're gonna have relics, and I believe all your keys are replaced by relics. Anyways, that is the station where you can refine them and increase the drop chances of certain items, which I find really, really nice. It's a little more rewarding, and you kind of know what you need to get instead of having to look up the drops for each key. Anyways, in order to get that, you're going to have to complete the Mars Junction in order to get the Void Relic segment to actually upgrade those drop chances of the relics. So I started up a T4 fissure, and basically what these fissures are is the new Void, and this is how you're going to get prime parts, and it's in your alert bar. And what it'll do is it'll prompt you with a menu full of different relics, and it'll ask you to select one, and that's what you take with you into the mission. So when you're in the mission, you have to collect reactant, and this is what you use to unlock the relic that you have in order to get your prime part. So the reactant comes from the enemies that spawn out of the Void Tear, and what the Void Tear will look like is a giant orange floating orb, and they'll spawn a bunch of enemies out, you kill them, and those enemies have a slight chance to drop reactant. And what I've noticed is the higher tower missions, I guess you could call them, the enemies seem to drop a lot more reactant. So right here is the first Void Tear that we see in the mission, and I didn't even kill any of the enemies really, but you can see that I have one reactant, and it's marked by that little emblem on the screen. Anyways, so at the end of each fissure mission, this screen will pop up, and this is the prime, or this is the drop that everyone got. So you can actually select what drop you would like to choose. Moving on to Kavats, probably the third biggest thing that they updated in the game. It's the new companion, and the way you get them, well, first of all, you're going to need an incubator upgrade segment, and you can get that three ways. Either the Heka Kavat Master drops it, which is the new Grenier unit, or you buy it in the market, or you craft it in your dojo. So as you can see here, I'm scanning Kavats, and this is the new egg. You need to get 10 genetic codes to actually breed your Kavat. Everything else is the same as Kuberos. Now moving on to the Necros rework. So there have been 2 changes to Necros that I know of, and that's to Desecrate and Shadows of the Dead. Desecrate no longer takes energy to cast, and it's a toggle ability, meaning you cast it once and then you're done. It drains energy for every enemy killed in your vicinity. So an enemy dies, you walk within your power range of it, and that will cause it to desecrate and drain 4 energy from you. And Shadows of the Dead is no longer a duration ability. The shadows that you summon last as long as they stay alive, so that's how he works now. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content.